This is BreakmanX, and welcome to the game show on January 7th, 2026. How's it going, Jack?
It's going great. Happy New Year, Break. Happy New Year, everybody.
Yeah, can you believe I said the name? I said the year right?
I was waiting for it. I was like, he's gonna say 2025. He's gonna say 2025, and
I was thinking it. So yes, happy New Year, and Logan, happy New Year to you as well.
Thank you. Yeah, happy New Year. Well, I'm excited for this first episode. It's going to be a good game.
Yes, for sure. I'm also really stoked to be back in 2026. Jess, how are you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. Excited to be back. I just got home from traveling back to Kansas for the holidays yesterday, so still settling in, but can't wait to get into this.
Awesome. Me too. And Maul should be joining us shortly here in the new year. I'm excited to hear what all of his picks are. But this is the season 13 premiere, if you can believe it. But since that's 2002, the game show is a celebration of video games and our collective interests mixed with a healthy dose of humor. Yeah, but season 13, before we dive in, I just wanted to say that is nuts. Going back and all of that. So
this podcast is officially a teenager.
Yeah, beware. A lot of
mood swings.
Delinquent behavior. Yeah. So yeah, and excited to see the documentary about BreakmanX.com is moving forward. There's a pretty big meeting tomorrow with the new director and all the producers. So that's going to be a lot of fun.
Cool.
Yes, it's going to be very cool. So tonight, we're doing a tradition. We've done this every year since the first year. This is our game of the year. We've always kind of jokingly called it the We're Wrong Awards. That way, no one could ever get mad at us. I feel like our current community, that wouldn't necessarily happen. But I don't like back in the early days, back in 02 and 03 and even so on, it was pretty intense arguments about stuff. All the PS2 versus the GameCube versus the Xbox were pretty, serious. So I don't know.
We're much older, wiser now. I'm sure we won't be wrong this time. No,
not in 2026. I'm only going to play GameCube again. Yeah. All right. So the We're Wrong Awards, our game of the year 2026. And if you'd like to feed in your picks, please do right in there on the YouTube. And also throughout the week or, in the future, please put your posts down there. I always like to read them, and I'll probably maybe read a few of those throughout the year this year. So please comment. Also, if you go to BreakmanX.com, you click on the Discord and chat with us there kind of throughout the year. And if you like what you're seeing and you're hearing, we would appreciate a like and a subscribe. Join the bandwagon. Everybody's doing it.
Yeah.
All right, so straight away, I'm going to get up with my... Yeah. Oh, Jack, go ahead.
Yeah, real quick before you get started, just want to kind of set the table here just so everybody understands kind of what we're doing. So we're each going to give our top 5 games of the year one at a time. So we're all going to do our number 5, then number 4, number 3, 2, 1. So, I think we've got a pretty diverse range of titles here, so I don't think there's going to be too many repeats. But if somebody does have a repeat on any of these, let's just kind of talk about them together and say where it is on our list. Does that sound good to everybody?
I'm good with that.
Awesome. All right,
I'm good with that.
Sorry, take it away, Break.
No, awesome. So my list is kind of weird this year. I was kind of looking at it, I'm like, wow, these are like all mostly indie games, but still, they're the games that I like the most this year. And the first one on my list, Jess was asking in the staff Discord, are we rating these 1 through 5? What's the ranking? And I kind of tried to, but honestly, the first 2 or 3 are pretty close for me. So yeah, it's not like there's a huge gap between them. These are just all 5 games I love. The first one, without further ado and bloviating, is Eartheon. I really, really liked Eartheon a lot. I thought it was really fun to see a Sega Genesis Mega Drive game made by people that were actually making those types of games during the heyday of the system, and then in modern times make a new Sega Genesis Mega Drive game. And I thought that they did a really, really fabulous job. It's kind of one of those games that I just couldn't stop playing. I really got hooked to it and just played all the way through it. And I've played it a few times since. But love the music and the fact that it actually plays on a real Sega Genesis, Mega Drive is pretty freaking sweet. And you get Yuzo Koshiro's music on there as well as influence. So yeah, Earthion's going to be my first five recent. It was 2025. We moved it to recent. I think a lot of them are going to be 2025. But my first recent game.
Awesome.
What about you, Jay? Oh, go ahead.
Earthion's a great pick. I mean, it's a fun shoot 'em up. It's the Yuzo Koshiro soundtrack's awesome, and I think the physical release of Earthion comes out here pretty soon too.
Yep. And there's going to be a Sega Genesis cartridge as well.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Yeah.
Oh yeah. There's the limited run release. I don't know. Those tend to come out long time after the digital release. But then there's for modern console, and then like you said, there's a Sega Genesis one, which is so cool to see one of those come out. So if you haven't tried Earthion, I strongly recommend it. I feel like it lived up to some pretty serious hype. All right, Jack. Yeah. What's your? Is it anyone else want to comment on Earthion? No. Okay, Jack. What's your first pick?
All right, so my number 5 is Split Fiction. So I don't know how many people have played this. I know I talked about it earlier this year, so I won't spend too much time. But if you're looking for a couch co-op game or even an online co-op game, and you like Brothers, you like maybe not the story of It Takes Two, but you like the gameplay of It Takes Two, or you like A Way Out. This is Hazelight Studios doing more of the same. Really fun co-op action. They finally figured out a good balance between story and gameplay, and I'll talk about it here later on tonight. But the last sequence of the game is one of the most fun things I've ever played, and one of the coolest co-op experiences I've had. And playing it with my son just kind of bumps it up just a little bit extra for me. A really fun co-op game. Highly recommend it. What's cool is when you buy the game, you get a kind of like a buddy copy too, so you can share a copy of it with a friend, so you can play. The only thing I'd say kind of that does it keeps it from being like top 3 for me is that the difficulty level, if you're playing with somebody that doesn't play games a whole bunch, can, like in some of the later parts, the platforming gets pretty difficult and there's a lot of timing stuff. But nevertheless, really great game. One of my favorite experiences of the year.
That's a nice pick. I'm pretty stoked to check that out. I haven't yet. I'm pretty sure I have it downloaded and resting there, kind of rotting away on the hard drive, because that looks like a really fun experience that I think BreakmanX are gonna tackle.
Nice.
So now with the rearrangement, Jess, what's your first game?
So my number 5 pick is a bit of a hear me out on premise. Have you guys all heard of the game Date Everything?
Yes.
So I wasn't going to get it at first. So anyone who doesn't know it, the premise is you get a pair of glasses that turn all of your furniture and everything in your house into sentient beings that you can then date. Which is insane. And I kept getting clips on social media. It was back when I was still on TikTok, and I kept getting clips of it, and I'm like, this seems insane. The voice cast is utterly insane. And so I finally caved and I got it. And it is genuinely so funny. It's so well written. The dialogue, the character design, it's so creative. It's ridiculous. And I actually had so much more fun with it than I thought I would. So for that
That's
alone,
cool.
and for being such a shock, I had to give it my number 5 space.
Cool. It's kind of on the law. I'm not going to give it away, but I like the custom category that you added that kind of maybe goes along with what you're talking about there. But awesome. All right, Logan.
Yeah,
if you want to hit up the chat too, if there's anything.
Sure.
Love the leather jacket too. Very stylish for the new year.
Yeah, I just thrifted it the other day.
Nice.
So in the chat, we've got 8-Bit Moss Playa saying, "Happy New Year! Can't wait for Earthion Genesis Cart."
Oh, yeah.
Did the limited run pre-order go off yet for Genesis Cart?
I don't think so. I go ahead and go into your picks, and I'll look that up.
Sure. Yeah. So my I didn't have a lot of budget for new games this year, so I was mostly playing old games. So this is my games ranked last to first by how much I played them. And number 5, this is probably the game that I enjoyed most this year, but I was busy at the time, so I didn't play it as much as the others. Undertale. Boy, that game. Diving into that story really impressed me with everything that game was able to do and make me feel as I was going through the story. And those battles were really engaging me. Like, just a very unique system. And I've never played the oh goodness, the Mother series before.
Okay, yeah.
So I'm not familiar with that gameplay, but it was new to me, and I just loved like moving around on the bottom screen, using that as your soul, and the animations on the top. That was just fun for me. Yeah, that was a really solid experience.
It's always
Sorry.
it's
Sorry,
it's always a good time for
Also the
Undertale.
music.
Yeah,
The music
I gotta ask, did you do a pacifist run or a genocide run or somewhere
How
in between?
hateful are you?
I was doing a neutral run because back at the time when I started, I still intend on
Like
doing
today.
this. I started doing a neutral run and was planning on going back to do a pacifist and a genocidal run.
The hate ratchets up. Nice. Very
I
good.
just kind of wanted to experience the story from like how I would naturally play it first.
Yeah, gotcha.
Makes sense.
Very, very cool. Awesome. Well, round 2. Before we go on to round 2, is there anything like cool that anyone wanted to talk about that they did during their time off from the show?
Ooh, I got the flu.
We were just talking about that. I'm so sorry. What an awful thing. Jess or Logan?
I go ahead if you want.
Oh, I was just gonna say I went home and visited family, and there was an exciting development in that we found 2 stray barn cats in my parents' shed, and so I got to witness my brother desperately trying to befriend the barn cats, and it simply not working. Although I did receive a video from him last night after I got back, and he has now managed to get a couple steps closer to the cats before they run away. So
Did it involve food? Did he bribe them?
yeah, we're now feeding the barn cats both regular food and treats. So
Now I'm excited or glad that I asked that question. And Logan, how about you?
Yeah. For me, I spent time with family, obviously, but watched a lot of movies. Like I got a bunch of Blu-rays for Christmas, some of which being Clue, which I saw in 4K for the first time.
Wait, did
which
you say
was
Clue?
Awesome. Yeah.
Oh, nice. I haven't seen that in forever.
That was such a fun movie. And went and saw Marty Supreme. Really enjoyed
how was
that. Oh, it was so good. Like people were saying it was the best movie of the year, and I felt it. It wasn't my top. I love Frankenstein too much, but it is so good. That movie kept twisting and turning in ways I did not expect. And then I saw Song Blue as well, which surprised me too. That was a way better movie than I was expecting it to be. And also started watching Stranger Things for the first time.
Yeah.
now that season 5 is out, I'm just going through it and I'm having a blast.
That was a COVID binge for me when I got COVID. Yeah, actually, every time I got COVID, there was a new season to watch.
I stayed up till 3 a.m. on New Year's Day to watch the finale because I had to wait until everybody else went to sleep, and we stayed up for midnight on New Year's Eve.
Nice.
So,
Nice.
Yeah.
that's
Nice.
smart.
I need to watch the new season. But my break was really fun. My BreakmanX had a break for like the first time in like a very long time. So we all played video games and hung out for a long time. We also drove to Colorado and went to Casa Bonita, which exceeded my expectations. I was pretty like, I'm going to probably be let down because I'm pretty excited for it. No, it was like blew us all away. Like the food was actually good, which I was kind of shocked about. But they did hire like some amazing chef, the South Park
Oh, that's
people.
interesting.
So it's not the same food that it was before. But yeah, it was. I'm not going to go on and on about it because we got to get to some games. But if you're considering or at all interested in going there, definitely go there. It is like
I went there before it was renovated, and it was pretty impressive to me then too. Obviously, it needed a lot of work. But,
45 million later, it's gonna like blow your mind.
Dang.
Yep. So yeah, that was all right. On to my next pick. So again, another indie game here. Neon Inferno is my next pick. I absolutely love the way this game looks, like the pixel art style. That's not the only reason I like it, but I think it's one of the best looking pixel art games ever made. It's just so much fun. It has a mix of run and gun with, like, I don't know if anyone ever played Dick Tracy for the Genesis, where you shot into the background, or like Wild Guns. It has kind of the mix of those two gameplay elements in a kind of cyberpunk aesthetic, and it's just so much fun. It's just so well done from beginning to end, and it's one of my favorite retro styled games that are modern ever. It's absolutely beautiful, and the soundtrack is ridiculous. Like, it's really good. If you like synthy type stuff, like if you like Blade Runner and you like pixel things, you like it. It's good.
It's awesome. I'll check it out. I haven't even seen it yet.
There's a demo too on like every platform now. So
awesome.
You can play the tutorial, and I think like the first level or two on the on the demo. But yeah, I strongly recommend Neon and All right, Jack, what's your next pick?
Yeah, so my number 4 for the year is Keeper from Double Fine. I don't know how many of you also played it, but Keeper is an awesome Double Fine not adventure game, but it's kind of just like a puzzle platformer where you're a lighthouse and a bird, and you have to navigate this crazy little island where you're technically the bird, but you're also the lighthouse. It's kind of weird, but you go through little puzzles. Nothing really overstays its welcome. By the time you figure out one puzzle type, it's on to the next. There's some cool little hidden stuff to find in the game. And bottom line, it's gorgeous. It's one of the best looking games I played all year. It's got that Double Fine charm in the art design. It is one of it's one of the most unique games I played this year, and I would say it's full of whimsy, and I was really needing it when I played it earlier this year. A lot of fun.
I like whimsy. That sounds fun.
Yeah,
I'll have to check it out. This is one of my favorite things when we used to do this is I would have a whole list of games to play if I hadn't played them. Yeah, because I always know that the picks are going to be good. So awesome. All right. Yeah. Oh, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say the best, not the best thing, but one of the great things about Keeper is it's like 4 or 5 hours and then you're done.
Okay, that's
you can
my
play
type
through it again
if
you
right
want. It's short.
I'm a fan of short games at the moment. So, all right, Jess, what's your next pick?
My number 4 pick is No, I'm Not a Human, which I know I talked about a little bit back when I was first playing it. But I just love, it has some of my favorites, like, art in a horror game, just because of how, like, perfectly unsettling it is and how much it fits with what's going on. And I'm a huge fan of those kind of, like, deduction, detective kind of games where you have to, like, make your best call, and it has such, like, replayability because of all the decisions you can make. And so I've played through it a couple times now, and I imagine I will play through it a couple more before I am anywhere close to being done with it.
That's awesome.
Cool. That's such a great name too. I've been looking for that. It was on sale. I think I got it actually, based on your recommendation. I haven't played it yet, but it's there, ready for me when I have time. So.
Yeah, it's super. Like, I haven't gotten too far into it, but it's scratching that. It's almost like scratching that Papers, Please itch.
Yes. Yep.
Nice. All right, Logan, what's your next pick?
Yeah, so my next pick is Jackbox Party Pack 11, which released here recently. Played it at my friend's Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas party that we have. And there are some pretty experimental games in that one, which I found a lot of fun. Dominate was the first one we played, and basically that one's probably the least experimental of the ones we tried, where I think it's kind of like a modified quiplash where you're trying to twist these prompts that people put in to make them into terrible situations and make jokes out of them, which was a lot of fun. And then there was Suspectives that we played, which was this flimsy evidence-based like crime detective solver game, and people were like trying to figure out which person was the suspect based on like subtle hints of like questions that people answered at the beginning of the round, and it always devolved into like jokes, which as is typical for Jackbox. It was amazing.
Oh yeah. But
the one that really was interesting to me was Hearsay, where they played with the microphone and you're supposed to make strange noises into the mic, and the room just turned into a cacophony every time a round was going, because like players were going at the exact same time, so everybody was trying to do their weird noises, and people would like go off into the closet sometimes and stuff like it. It was a wild game.
Yeah. Just fun side note. Rich Gallup, formerly of GameSpot, was brought on to the Jackbox team right before 11 came out, and he was with one of the lead designers on that one.
Oh,
and I think it really shows. And I think the games on like all of the games on this one, as opposed to most of the other Jackbox party packs, like actually are pretty strong. Like I wouldn't say they're all like. They're not all like lead titles, but like as a package, there's not one where you're just like, yeah, let's not play that one.
It's a solid package. Like, and there are packs that have other heavier hitting games, like you said, like Quiplash or TKO or something. Yeah. But all of the games in this one were solid, which is great value.
That's what I've heard. I've been looking forward to getting together with some friends to get a chance to really get this out there.
Nice. And BreakmanX just commented, I like that neon sign. I should point out that this is actually his neon controller. I just like it. So, but cool. Awesome. And nice pick. I need to play that.
Yeah.
And I also wanted to say my picks are in reverse order. So Earthbound was my number one. So I'm gonna go to the bottom of my list now, and go with Donkey Kong Bonanza for my next pick. Which which I came around to, and I think I like their Mario games better. Like I like Odyssey better than Bonanza. I love what it does technically with the Switch 2. I love the freedom it gives you, but it's almost for me like too much freedom, which like prevents it from being like, you know, like a top game for me. But I love that they made a new Donkey Kong game, and that they made it in like a fashion that is so different from just about everything else, and that they tried something new. So I'm gonna give it to Bonanza. And also, like, if you put Bonanza in your title, you're potentially up for Game of the Year already.
There is something pretty wild about just turning Donkey Kong into like the destroyer of worlds, like just demolishing everything down to bedrock.
You really can like break everything. Like if you were having a bad day and you wanted to destroy things, it wouldn't be a bad idea. And with the force control, you know, although Donkey Kong's so happy, I don't know. You might need to be angrier. But all right, Jack, what's your next pick?
So my number 3 is Death Stranding 2 on the Beach. I know I didn't really talk about it at all this year. It's because I got it for Christmas. So I've really spent the last 2 weeks or so mainlining Death Stranding 2. You know, I know I talked a lot about the original Death Stranding this year because I played a lot of it and beat it this year in anticipation of this one. Death Stranding 2 is just, it's more of the same, but they really took a look at some of the things that were causing a lot of player friction and were just, you know, things that really were not great about the first game. And they really improved the quality of life just in the minute to minute gameplay. So like, you know, cargo management, working with vehicles, building roads, all that stuff is just way more streamlined. Working with your inventory, it keeps you in the game, keeps you in the gameplay loop a lot more, and you're not just cycling between menus every 2 seconds while you're trying to go from like grabbing cargo and getting into the van. Just overall fantastic. Kojima, like I am 2/3 of the way through the game so far, so I haven't finished it yet. But so far, like this is probably, it's still got Kojima weirdness. There's a lady that can make rain occur when she's outside, and her name is Rainy. So it's still got Kojima's stamp like all over it. Die Hard Man, Heart Man, just Dead Man, and my new favorite character, Doll Man, who is, guess what? A doll. I mean, it's exactly what I was hoping for. And it's even more. I could gush on it for a while. I was playing it last night, and I literally stopped right before an action sequence. And I was like, I woke up this morning. I was just like, I shouldn't. But I could play it before I go to work. So it's got its hooks in me bad, and I'm hoping I can finish it off within the next month. I know I'm just going to get stuck side questing the heck out of it.
Very cool. Very cool.
Yeah, and it's one of the best looking games I've played. Like from a like realism standpoint, granted it's fake Australia, but it looks amazing.
That's one thing I've noticed from all the videos I've seen. It looks gorgeous.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Jess, what's your next pick?
My number 3 pick is called Cabernet. It's another indie game, which I'm also looking at. I think all of mine are indie games.
It was a great year for indie games.
Yeah.
It was such a great year for indie games. And I think I skew towards them to start with. But Cabernet, you wake up as a vampire in like 19th century, vaguely Eastern European world. And it's a narrative game, and you get to kind of decide if you want to try to like hold on to your morality, or if you want to kind of slip into being a vampire. And there's a bunch of choices, a bunch of really phenomenal characters, a couple of different like romance options, but it's a lot of fun. I've only made it through like one playthrough of it so far, but I'm feeling like there's probably going to be like 2 or 3 more before I get to like everything that I kind of want to see.
Huh. That's interesting. I hadn't heard of it, but yeah, I was just checking out the Steam page for it. It looks kind of cool.
Oh, and it's so gorgeous. I love the art style of it. It's so gothic, and the characters are amazing, and I've had like a great time playing it.
Awesome.
That's cool. That's very cool. All right. Well, Logan, what's your next one?
Yes. So my third pick would be Forza Horizon 5. Which the game has wrapped up updates this year, so it's in its final state. And for people who like driving games, there is a ton of cars in that game now. Tons of cars. I think they've unlocked all of the like temporary seasons now that the game is fully wrapped too, so you can go back and like play all the specialty maps and everything that they were releasing throughout the game's life. And I just love the Forza Horizon series for being able to drive around and take in the environment while also like getting up to shenanigans in the world, like flipping your car and driving off of cliffs and stuff. So it's a lot of fun.
There's something about Forza Horizon, and especially 5, that really brought it back to where not where the series originated, but it definitely kind of pulls hard in that line off to the left, whereas like Forza, the original like Forza series, strays like a lot more straight line. And this one, you can tell they're just having fun just with the entire environment and the festival and everything like that. I'm excited to see what they do with 6.
Yeah, I think 6 is supposed to release this year now.
I think they moved it up because of canceling the other Forza.
Mm-hmm. They've been working on a whole engine overhaul with it, apparently, which is why their release schedule's been a bit weird lately, which I'm excited for.
And Darth Maul has joined the party.
Hey, what did I miss?
A few games here or there. One through.
Okay.
The 3, yeah.
Very good.
3,
Well,
and
I'll tell
mine.
you, I want to admit right up front, I did not make a list this year. I didn't play a lot of stuff in depth, but I'm happy to speak if I have any input on any of your particular picks. So keep them coming. Keep them coming.
That sounds good. Well, so far, Eartheon, Neon, Inferno, Split Fiction, Keeper, Death Stranding 2, Date Everything, No I'm Not Human, Cabernet, Undertale, Jackbox, Party Pack 11, and Forza Horizon 5.
Went through all those already?
Yes.
Yeah.
we've been actually like
Tripping.
on
Oh my
task.
God.
Speed round, man. Speed round.
Speed. Quickness.
Everyone's comments like, this is my number 3 game. It was good. All right, cool. Very good.
It was a game. It was definitely a game.
One of the games of the year.
One of them. One of them. All right. Well, back to the We're Wrong Awards. My next one is, I'm going on the other way again. Metroid Prime 4. Which we talked about a few weeks ago. I think it's the best looking technically Nintendo game of all time. I like, what they've done to push the Switch 2 hardware. And ultimately, I think it's a really, really good Prime game. I think the first one is still the best. Actually, I think the remake of the first one is probably my favorite Prime game of all of them, because the first one is so great, and then the remake or the remaster or whatever, remaster, I guess, I think is the best like remaster of a game potentially ever. Like they did such a good job of keeping the original everything of the game intact and just making it look better. And keeping the original feel of everything. So I'd probably give that one as the first one. I was never a huge fan of the second one or the third one. I liked them okay. So I would put Metroid Prime 4 as my second favorite of the Prime games. Still liking the 2D Super Metroid and Metroid Zero Mission and Fusion probably as my favorite Metroids. But all that aside, I liked Metroid Prime 4. It's fun. I like the psychic stuff. I think that works okay. It's a different thing, and the talking to the friend all the time. It doesn't like kill me, but also like Metroid has always been about Samus being alone on an alien planet. And so not that things can't change in series, but like the whole point of a game is like that isolation. And not that it ruins it or anything. And the writing's not that great. I don't really understand why it's there. It doesn't add anything.
Hey, Miles McKenzie is an engineer.
Okay. That's all I'm gonna say about him. But
Rick, should this be on your best games list? You're kind of.
I'm giving caveats. I'll talk about the good things. No, I think it plays really, really well. I think it plays like a Metroid Prime game, and I mean that in the best possible way. I think it looks gorgeous. It's way more linear than the other Metroid games. I'm okay with that. It's kind of like people had said, it reminds me of a Zelda game in a lot of ways in the way that it plays, and I'm definitely cool with that. But in terms of the games that are Switch 2 games, that are purely Switch 2 games, I think this is probably your best bet if you're going for a single player game. Not that there's an incredible amount of choice yet. But
there's only like 4 games, right?
I know. So like
that are Switch 2 exclusive.
Like one of the 4. But no, in all seriousness,
this isn't even exclusive, is it?
Yeah, Prime 4 is Switch 1 also.
Oh, it is. That's right. Never mind. But like better on, I guess, whatever. But but it's really good. Caveats aside, it's been, even with its issues that I'm having a lot of fun with it. Like I sit down and I play, and like I don't want to do anything else. I just want to keep playing Metroid Prime 4. So if you have any like of the Metroid series at all, especially the Prime series, I would definitely at least give it a play.
It was quite contentious for a lot of folks. It got a lot of flack for some of the reasons that you cited with the lack of isolation, the sidekick, whatever.
It does, and I would still say it's a really fun game that I like a lot. Even like despite I see the criticisms, I experience them, I understand them. They're not enough for me to ruin them. I would still prefer it to Echoes, or the Wii one, Corruption, I think.
I think so. I think that's right.
But I will say, like, I'm on board with you. Like, man, we need just more 2D Metroids in our lives.
Absolutely.
And I know we had Dread. I didn't like the gimmick in Dread with the thing that chases you. I know everyone else did. I like Samus Returns.
That's a good one. It's a good remake of 2.
Yeah. Dread, I shouldn't say that. I liked Dread. I just would have preferred the chasing thing not exist.
Heard.
People are going to say I hate Metroid now. I love Metroid. It's one of my favorite series. Actually, look at the shirt I'm wearing. It's Super Metroid. I'm wearing his Metroid shirt.
There you go.
So
He's living a lie over here, folks. Don't listen to him.
All right, Jack, dig me out.
All right. Yeah, so my next one is actually an ongoing game, Fortnite. And I will caveat that by saying really what I really enjoyed this year was the Simpsons Island that they did in Fortnite. I mean, I can't say enough about how much like love, care, and detail they put into their version of Springfield. Yeah, I mean, the characters all looked amazing. There were in-jokes all over the place. Even the little story missions you would do around the island were all very well thought out and all had like something to do with the story. You could see it kind of happening in an episode of The Simpsons. So it was really cool. Like just all the little gags everywhere. Like you could go to the Springfield tire fire. You could go to the KBBL station and like, summon in some bad guys to fight. There was the tobacco plant, the tobacco plantation, like just so many little things in the world. I honestly, what I really wish they had done, and I kind of understand why they didn't, but what I wish they had done for maybe like a week before it went away was just give you the island by yourself so you could just go there and just kind of poke around and see what all was there, because that was honestly one of the things I found myself doing every time I got into the world was I was like, ooh, I'm gonna go check this thing out because I haven't seen it yet. And so I go run around Mr. Burns' house and like I would find a trap door or I would find something crazy, and then like right before I started really getting to mess around with what I was finding, yeah, I get shot in the back of the head and that'd be the game. I get to reload. So a lot of fun, really awesome. It got me playing Fortnite for a good month and a half, and I hadn't touched it for a while. And now I'm the proud owner of a Simpsons Homer skin, a Devil Homer skin, and some fun emotes. And I can now play the monorail song in Fortnite Festival. So I feel like it was time well spent.
Accomplished now.
No. Indeed.
That's really cool. They just announced the South Park, or they not announced it. They did the trailer for it. I'm pretty excited to maybe have the same experience with the South Park version.
It looks interesting. I'm kind of excited that they brought back Butters or Dr. Chaos.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. The Chaos. Yeah.
Yeah.
And the Stick of Truth.
Uh-huh.
So, all right. Now with the, I'm going to, I guess, go with, I'll still keep going with Jess. We'll keep the precedent. So, Jess,
Okay.
What's your next one?
So my number 2 pick was very close to number 1, and would be number 1 in probably any other year. It's Dispatch. I just finished my first playthrough of it literally like a couple days ago, and it was so much fun. As such a huge superhero comic book nerd, it was a lot of fun to play through. I love the characters. They're all hilarious. I laughed out loud, I think, more in that game than I have any other game in a minute. The dialogue's great. I love how many choices you could have that like affect kind of the interactions between everyone, and I'm looking forward to playing through it several more times.
Nice. It's from a lot of the ex-Telltale people, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. And it's in collaboration with Critical Role.
Oh, awesome. I didn't realize they had a hand in it too. And I think it's got a pretty great voice cast, like Aaron Paul, I think Jeffrey Wright's in it, and a whole bunch more.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah.
A bunch of the Critical Role people are voicing it. Jacksepticeye, the YouTubers in it. Moist Critical is also in it. Alana Pierce.
Moist. Yeah.
It's yeah. It's really great, and they all do a phenomenal job, and the characters are just so much fun to be around.
Awesome. Yeah, that's on my list. That's on my list to play at some point here very soon.
It's a solid one, and it's also not super long. It's 8 chapters, and it's about an hour-ish per chapter if you don't decide that you've severely messed up and need to go back and fix the decision that you've made, which only happened like maybe twice for my playthrough. So
Yeah, I think you sold me on this when we had lunch coffee the other day. I think I'm gonna have to hunker
I
down.
think everyone should play it.
Yeah.
I will say it's phenomenal, and it's short enough, and it's not super taxing. It's mostly like watching cutscenes, and there's some like quick time events and some decisions. So it's not something that you need to be like locked in that kind of way to enjoy. And it's gorgeous. It's literally like my brother came in at one point when I was playing, and he's like, "Why are you watching the TV on your laptop? We have a TV." And I'm like, "Well, I'm not playing. I'm playing a game.
It does look
it's
really
not a TV
cool.
show."
Yeah, I watched some videos of it after we. Yeah, now I just need to like stop time so I can play all these games because there's so many great games that I want to play. But Logan, what's the next game on your list?
Yeah, so I finally started playing Jedi Fallen Order more this year, and have been loving it. And now that I'm actually using a controller this time.
Oh my god, I bet that's like a different world.
That game has done probably I think it's done the best job of immersing me in the Star Wars universe out of the Star Wars games that I've played. I just love the blend of the story they've got in there, as well as the level design and the gameplay. They did a great job with the lightsaber combat, making you feel like you're really a Jedi as you're playing the game. And now that I'm using a controller, like it feels so good to play. Don't play it with mouse and keyboard. And the visuals are gorgeous.
Yeah. It's certainly that fun marriage of Dark Souls and Star Wars that I don't think anybody was asking for, but very, very happy that we got it, and we got a sequel, and hopefully here pretty soon we get a third one. So
yeah, they've been starting to talk about that more.
Yeah,
I like that series a lot.
It's fantastic, and it's
stuff.
I think that between Revenge of the Sith and New Hope era is very fertile ground for more stuff.
Oh yeah,
I want to see Darth Vader kill some people.
Right? Can we agree that Cal Kestis has to die though? Like that's.
I mean, I don't know. Like more Jedi keep popping up that survive the purge.
Yeah,
so,
I know,
like,
and it's bullshit. Like they.
Yep.
You're telling me that Yoda is like. The last of the Jedi will you be? And like everyone's just like,
I don't know anything.
We're us hiding, you know. But I can't.
Nothing's over in some corner of the galaxy.
Whatever.
Force is weak with me.
Yeah, it turns out, if they just would have like sent out some like Obi-Wan's Force Ghost to like do a like a team up, like you're in the crew, Luke, Ahsoka, Cal Kestis, some other dudes. Let's get it together. And like just mod
Jedi.
squad into the Death Star and fuck some shit up. That'd have been
that drives me nuts too. But hey, the game's fun.
yeah,
True.
Yeah.
True.
It's
Nothing
great.
against the game. It's just like I think Yoda would know.
Yeah, I mean it's still a good game as long as it ends. The final cutscene is Cal Kestis getting cut in half, and that's it's all good.
There you go.
They're fine.
There you go. Speaking of which, 8-Bit Moss Playa, when Maul appeared, goes, Maul! Exclamation point.
Awesome. Well, good to know someone out there appreciates my timely arrival.
I appreciate it. It's always fun. It's like in the fighting game when you're almost low in health and your teammate comes in. Yeah. Marvel versus Here
comes a new challenger.
Yep. Okay, so it's back to my pick then. Yep. Okay. Okay, I did. So my last one then is Mario Kart World.
Yeah.
And I've really liked this one from the beginning. But I think I like it more and more as I've played it. I played it the Switch 2 launch night. I played it all night with our eldest daughter, and we unlocked a lot of stuff that night, and was pretty down with it now, but the more I play it, even the more I like it. I mean, it's something that BreakmanX and I play every Friday night, and then we play with the kids most of the week. And they've been adding stuff to it like randomly. I didn't know that was something that would happen, but the courses have definitely changed and added things. BreakmanX got this like jet, like a jet airplane the other day. Have you done that?
Yeah.
When you get it, okay, yeah, and like fly like through the map. Like I didn't even know that was possible. And just randomly the maps change up. I would love that there be more courses, which hopefully will happen with DLC or whatnot. But I really like the way it controls. Going back to Mario Kart 8 and the other Mario Karts is a little bit difficult because I think World really controls well. I love the way the drift works. I like it a lot. I would love more courses, but besides that, I think it's a really fabulous Mario Kart game. It's the next Mario Kart, you know. That's what it is.
I mean, honestly, like my family's gotten back into it also with everybody home over the last week or so, and like we've been having nightly Mario Kart sessions over here, and I have to say, the more and more I play it, like there is a lot more noticeable difference between all the characters and all the carts.
Yeah.
And honestly, I haven't noticed any of the track differences, but like, man, it's growing on me a lot more. Like Mario Kart 8 was like hitting all the nostalgia centers from the beginning. This one, I kind of was lukewarm on it at first, and it's kind of growing on me the more and more I play it.
Yeah, there's a lot of really cool subtle stuff to it. More so than I think 8, which 8 I think was awesome. So. And the soundtrack, I have to mention the soundtrack. The soundtrack is amazing. I feel like I still sometimes am hearing songs that I hadn't heard before, I hadn't noticed before, but like the remixes and the jazz versions of like the underground of Super Mario 2 that just kind of creep in every once in a while, or just, you know, throughout, just some really interesting renditions of tunes. So yeah. That's my that's my top pick, I guess. Yeah, although it was supposed to be Eartheon, but it's going to be World because of my poor reading skills. Jack, what's your number one?
So my real number one is Hades 2. It's a sequel,
indie game.
Yeah, another indie game. Supergiant hit it out of the park. I love the first Hades. It is one of my favorite games to play either on my Switch or on my Steam Deck. It's a great pick up and go roguelike. Just make a run, see how far you can get, and then, make some changes and do it all over again. Hades 2 takes that another step. I thought it was going to be a lot of retread. I didn't think I was going to be that interested in the story, but as I kept getting into it, I realized that was quickly not the case. Very awesome characters. There's more interesting things going on between the gods and the titans. There's it's two different paths. There's an overworld and an underworld path to take. It is honestly one of my favorite games. It is my favorite game of 2025. Music's fantastic, story's great, dialogue's great, the writing is amazing, and it is one of my if it's something I just want to pick up and play for 30 minutes, it's right there. I can make a run and be done with it and be ready to go next time. And go ahead.
What'd you play it on?
I've been
Xbox?
playing it mainly on PC and my Steam Deck.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, I need to play that. I have not played it yet. But I'm surprised Battlefield's not on your top, as 8-Bit Must Play said. One of the
Battlefield has been amazing. I really like it, but honestly, these other 5 games really have kept my attention. Like
That's
Battlefield,
cool.
I'll still pop in and play it, maybe once a week or so, but it's not holding my attention nearly as much as some of these other like even like Expedition 33 has my full attention other than Death Stranding right now. I've been playing it like 2-3 nights a week and making my way through it. I just got to Act 2. Yeah, that was a big gut punch.
Which, by the way, that might be my. I have not beaten it. Otherwise, so I didn't want to put it on my list. But what I've played of it so far is fabulous.
I did not see that coming, by the way, the end of Act 1.
Don't say anymore.
I won't. But I want to. I haven't played. I haven't finished it, and I know I've still got a long ways to go. So I did not feel right putting that on my top 5 list. Death Stranding 2, I think I know where it's going, and I think I've got a pretty good idea, even though I'm about 2/3 the way through. I've been told it has some zany stuff at the end, and if it's anything like Death Stranding 1. I will probably
par for the course. Yeah.
I will find a way to live stream that thing because I need to share it with other people.
Awesome.
But yes, Hades 2 is amazing. Go play Hades 2.
Awesome. Well, I definitely
I
will.
enjoyed the first one a lot. So
yeah, if you like the first one, you will love this one.
Greg Gustavin was always my favorite GameSpot person.
He's back as Hypnos.
Awesome. All right. So before I forget, I just want to say Jess gave me some really cool coasters. That one, the Mario one, doesn't want to appear.
Those are nice.
Yes, they're almost in green screen. But they're very cool, and I'm using them. And I didn't want to forget to say it on stream because we like them a lot. And with that, Jess, what is your next pick?
So perfect segue there, Jack, because I have now finished Expedition 33, and oh my heart.
Matches the hype, huh?
I will refrain from saying too much because I don't want to spoil anything and I want people's opinions when they get there, but I will say, and this very well might be recency bias, but I think it might be my favorite exploration of grief in any media ever.
Oh my god, I'm so excited.
I mean, just the introduction, by the time I was done with it, I was just like, all right, Leah, let's we got to figure out what's going on here. Let's go.
Oh, I'm so excited.
There's a final decision that you make right at the end. I have never, I think, hovered over a decision and felt such inner turmoil over making a choice than I have for that one. It was so beautiful. It was so well done. Everything's amazing. It's beautiful to look at. The plot and the story is amazing. The characters are wonderful. The music gives me chills just listening to it. It deserves all the hype that it's gotten. It's such a phenomenal game.
Yeah,
awesome. Yeah, I put that as the game we were playing when I set up this video because I assumed it would be talked about a lot. But I'm glad it ended up on yours because it's fabulous what I've played so far. Awesome, great pick. All right, Logan, what is yours next pick?
Yeah, so my top one this year, the game that I played the most is Content Warning, which, man, that game's so much fun. It took the multiplayer horror genre and took it in a direction to me that is so unique with the concept of going and recording your experience and purposeful. You were already making fun of the monsters you're playing in multiplayer horror games, so it's encouraging you to do that on camera, and then you get to go back and watch it later afterwards, and that's led to some of the best experience I've had gaming this year.
That's awesome. I know, games like this, Peak. What's the other one I can think of? Shoot, I can't think of it. Phasma, not necessarily Phasmophobia, but there's a lot of games now that get called derogatory terms like friend slop. But there's honestly something really cool about these games, and sure they might be a little derivative, but it's fun to play them with your friends. Just because one tickles your fancy doesn't mean one of the other ones won't do the same thing. Right?
Remember when that was all that mattered? Was it if it was fun to play?
Right.
Those were good days.
Yeah, and there has been an explosion in that one. I'd say Phasmophobia started the recent renaissance of that genre. But Content Warning specifically for me, with the mechanic of recording your experience, set it apart as a unique one compared to some of the others. Repo is also pretty fun too. That one's very polished. but it had less unique mechanics than Content Warning did for me, which is why that one took the cake.
Cool. All right. Well, those were our best games of the year. We got some fun categories now for you. And Maul, if you want to come up with a category, we can maybe tackle it rapid fire at the end. But
see what comes off the old noggin. I don't know.
Yeah, it could be anything great. You come up with good ones, so it'd be fun to see what your prompt would be. But we've got a few that Mr. Burton came up with here, and then we've got some additional ones that we've added there at the end. Our fun categories. First category is best original game. Meaning, not a sequel, not part of an existing franchise or license. So I struggled with this because there were several, and I mean, all of these I struggled with, but there were several I could put. I ended up going with Eartheon just because, again, I just think it's so cool. I would love to see more developers that were developing in the heyday of 16-bit or 30 or whatever go back and try to recreate a game in that style. And having Yuzo Koshiro, and I should say his partner's name, but it's slipping my mind, who was also a huge part of it. But having them go back and make a Mega Drive, Sega Genesis game as if it was like the height of that period with people that did it at that time, I just think is awesome. So I'm going to give it to that.
Yeah, really cool concept, really original title. Yeah, fantastic.
Yes. Earthy. And Jack, what is your best original?
So, my best original game I already talked about, so I won't say too much here, but Keeper from Double Fine. I don't think I've seen more. I mean, there have been some great original titles this year, especially some indie games, but something about Keeper just really made it stand out. Mainly the visual style, but one of the most visually stunning games I played this year.
Awesome. And Jess?
Yeah, not to beat a dead horse, but Expedition 33. I could talk forever about it, but I won't. It's amazing. Play it if you haven't.
I'm really excited to beat it and then be able to discuss it with you, because I have a feeling with our storytelling itches, it's going to be a lot of fun to talk about. So I'm pretty stoked.
Yeah, you're definitely selling me on it. I obviously already heard the hype anyway, but like, I got to see this gut wrenching decision you had to make at the end. So that's gonna.
Grief is such a great storytelling mode to play upon, and yeah, I'm excited.
It's like the Babadook. It's grief.
Babadook. It's a great one. Logan, what's your best pick?
It's Content Warning for me. The one I just shared. Again, love the mechanics in that one. And I guess I'll add to that by saying that they even allow you to download the videos that you make and share them on social media. So you're kind of actually creating content that you can post out in the real world. It's just a fun way to use that mechanic and expand it beyond the fourth wall a little bit.
Breaking the fourth wall. Awesome. Very cool. I'd like to see some of your videos.
Sure, there's some old ones. Yeah, there's good ones.
I like to check them out. All right. This next one, I spent like a gazillion years trying to figure out which one to put. Best old game you played this year. There's so many, because I play old games all the time because I can jump in and out of them when I just have a few minutes. But it was so hard. I'm gonna go with South Park: Stick of Truth, which was a game I played later. I actually played it on part of the drive to Colorado when BreakmanX was driving. It'd be terrible if it was I was driving. And I played it when it originally came out, but for some reason I kind of dropped off of it after not too long. And replay. I was also really excited to go to Casa Bonita, so I was like primed for it. But it's basically like playing a South Park movie episode. The writing is funny, just like the show. I haven't played the Fractured Butthole. Those are separate words.
It's not quite as good as Stick of Truth.
That's what I've heard. I've heard the story isn't as good, but the gameplay's better. Like the battle system's better. Is that?
I could see that.
But the stick of truth, like it's like, I mean, being the new kid in South Park, like, is a dream of mine. So you're basically doing that, and you know, Cartman calling you names like throughout the whole thing, and it's an RPG. I know that the Matt Stone and Trey Parker, especially Trey Parker, are really into video games, Dungeons and Dragons, and RPGs. So it's really cool that they took kind of the inspiration of their gamer past and injected it into it. But it's been far too long since I've started it, dropped off of it, and then replayed it on the Switch too.
If I wasn't playing through one other RPG right now, like I probably would check it out just because you were just making me think and have flashbacks about some of the bananas sequences in it. Like, I mean, just the Lemmy Wink sequence. I mean,
there's some surprises in there.
There are some fantastic callbacks to the show and just some original stuff that is.
Well, I was playing with that
just
headphones.
Had me rolling on my side.
I was playing with that headphones at first with the kids in the car. I was like, oh no, we must turn that down. Holy moly!
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, it's South Park.
It's South Park. I should have known. I just honestly, it was louder than I expected. Like it was very clear. cut through the mix, if you will. All right, Jack. What was your old game?
So my old game that my favorite old game of the year was Death Stranding 1. I talked about it at length earlier, or not at length earlier, but I talked about it at length earlier this year. Death Stranding 1 is a real slog. Like it is not something I would recommend unless A, you like Hideo Kojima games, or B, you really like the idea of being an Uber driver or like a backpacker. It takes a good 10 hours for that game to really get going and really like start to have something interesting going on. But if you put the time into it to get to that point, the story is bananas in the way you expect a Hideo Kojima game to be.
I imagine.
It really goes some places. The ending is super convoluted, but I think Higgs is one of the best bad guys I've faced off with in a long time. And some of the afterlife, the Ha and the Ka stuff is really interesting. And so I really enjoyed the story. The gameplay gets great, but it takes a long time to get there just because they ramp so much stuff up as you go along. But there are definitely some sequences where I just really wanted to put the game down and just say, okay, I'm done. I'm going to go watch a YouTube video of how this thing ends up. But
well, I'm glad you played it. Your sacrifice.
I pushed through it, and I'm glad I did. And it really ended up being one of my favorite games I played this year.
Cool. Awesome. And 8-Bit Moss Play, I just saw his thing came through. He played Blazing Lasers and Mystic Defenders. Nice. Old games this year. I actually played through both those this year too, but I'd played them before. That was the thing. I've played a lot of old games, but a lot of times when you play old games, you play a game that you've played like a million times because you've got 5 minutes. And so I wanted to pick something I hadn't beaten before, which is why it was a struggle.
Is it Mystic Defenders or Mystic? Oh, that's the tower defense one, right?
Yeah.
I always get that one confused with the old Genesis game, like the weird ass Genesis game, Mystic Defender.
Oh, that was the one I was thinking of. Yeah, with the singular, not the plural.
Oh, okay.
But he did say the Defenders. So.
I know you said it's a weird ass game. I gotta look that up. I don't remember that one.
It's a weird one. It's strange.
I mean, so many of the games at the time were right, but. Mystic Defender. There we go.
Strangeness. All right, Jess, what's your old game?
My favorite old game this year was Cult of the Lamb. I don't know why it took me this long to pick it up because it's like exactly my kind of thing. But I've had so much fun with it. I've just about finished the base game, just in time for Woolhaven, the DLC, to come out, which I've already pre-ordered. Super excited that comes out in a couple weeks, I think. But I've had a ton of fun with it. It's the perfect amount of just go and kill stuff, and then also just like quirky, fun charm of being a little lamb that's running his very own cult. So I've had a great time with it.
Nice.
Cool. Awesome. And then 8-Bit Mouse Player did clarify that it's Defender singular, not
Oh, okay.
Defenders.
So it was the game I was thinking of.
Yes, and the one I was thinking of too. So we were telepathically linked, 8-Bit Mouse Player. I just somehow knew, or just, yeah. All right, Logan.
That's
What's the
like
best?
something I would have rented back in the day. I'm watching a video
It-
play
it
through
was-
right now.
It was definitely a rental game.
Yeah.
I played it like fairly recently, like within the last 5 years. I didn't play it back in the day. I think I saw it in a GameSack video, maybe some video somewhere. All right, Logan. What's your favorite old game of the year?
Yeah, so this was also in my top 5 list, but Undertale. That just blew me away with how the story was impacting me, and then the music as well. Yeah, I gushed about it earlier in the episode. It's so good.
Nice.
It is one of my favorite games of all time for sure.
Same.
Dominated the cosplay at conventions for a couple of years for a reason.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
So you know it's good. All right, so the next category is best new character, and this is again one I struggled with. I ended up going with Angelo Morano, who's one of the main characters in Neon Inferno, who isn't like the most well-rounded, deep character, but he really fits the world. He looks cool, and he's fun to play as. So I think once I play some more story-driven games, I'll probably have a different type of pick next year. But for this one, I'm gonna go with him. I just like his design. I mean, he's not the most original character. I mean, he's you kind of get you know what you're getting, but he's cool. He's designed well, and his compatriot is also pretty cool.
Awesome. I will have to check that out.
Yes, you do. I think you'd really like it. There's some Sunset Riders in there, maybe a little bit.
Ooh.
Maybe.
Very
There's
cool.
actually a game that's closer to Sunset Riders. It's a 70s themed game. Can't remember the name of it, but if you play it, definitely play the Steam version because the Switch version didn't get the, or the console versions didn't get the patch. They're basically like terrible, but the Steam one with the patch is apparently pretty decent. And it's like 70s theme. It supposedly has I haven't played it, but I watched a video on it.
Yeah,
and
if you remember what it is, yeah, let me know because I would love to check that out.
I will- I'll try
Sunset
to-
Riders is one of my favorite games.
yeah, it's supposed to like comedy, like kind of like adult humor type stuff. So, Adult
Awesome.
Swim. All right, Jack, who's your
Yeah.
favorite new character?
So my new character, I did talk about him a little bit earlier, but Doll Man from Death Stranding 2. Again, Hideo Kojima zaniness. He is a literal like marionette. Well, not a marionette, but he's like a ventriloquist doll. And like just like Mimir in the new God of War games, he sits on your hip and he goes with you everywhere. So this time, instead of just having a fetus attached to you, you also have Doll Man attached to you, and he actually talks to you because his Ka is now inhabiting this doll, and he's got a fun little accent. He's great. He's very funny. And anytime you go sit in your little private room, he's like, "Hey, Sam, how long's it been since you took a shower?" And just all kinds of crazy stuff like that. And I haven't really gotten to like there's a reason his Ka is stuck in the doll, and he talks about losing his daughter and his wife to the Death Stranding. So I am sure there's going to be something that comes of that. I have not reached it yet, but just having a companion so it's not just Sam running around the barren wastes of Australia in silence is kind of nice. And he just, there's something about him, man, that just, he keeps it lighthearted when there is just all kinds of serious things going on or just ridiculousness. And so it's almost like the straight man. No, I wouldn't say it's a straight man to Sam because Sam's pretty straight.
He's pretty straight.
Yeah, but Doll Man definitely he gives it a lot of levity where Sam does not.
Cool.
And so he's my favorite new character of the year.
Awesome. And I looked up the game. It's Death Wish Enforcers.
Ooh.
Was the Sunset Riders similar?
So going for like a Chuck Bronson thing, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, it's a parody of lots of 70s classic action films. And again, it supposedly was really terrible on consoles, but the video I watched basically said that the patch makes it much, much, much better and actually pretty good on Steam. It's very frequently on sale. It's not right now, but it'll go on sale for like 75% off sometimes.
I'm looking at the Steam page, and yes, this looks like something that would be right up my alley. I'll have to check that out.
Yeah, I'm gonna probably pick it up next time it goes on sale. The graveyard level, I love a good graveyard level, and the video of the graveyard level looked pretty cool.
Nothing will ever beat. Oh, so okay, I take that back. Something will eventually beat the graveyard level in the arcade Michael Jackson's Moonwalker.
Oh, that's
and I think it will be whenever they get around to releasing like a 25th anniversary or something of that. Now we probably already passed that, but a version where they actually play Thriller instead of I can't remember which song they play in there.
I bet the rights for that are a nightmare.
Probably.
But yeah, I pumped so many quarters into that.
Oh yeah.
That is one of those games, man.
It is one of those.
That's one of those you had to be there games.
Yes, absolutely.
Why
I loved when you got like the
into
power
a giant robot.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Why
is he inviting all these kids to come close to him?
That we discovered in the 90s, but
yeah.
Moving on.
Anyway,
best new character, I believe we were talking about. Jess, it's your turn because we touched on my doll man.
Yes. So my favorite new character is Invisigal from Dispatch. Oh, what can I say about her? She is my wife. She is bitchy. She is damaged. She is voiced by Laura Bailey. What else could you want in a woman? I can fix her, and I did fix her.
Yeah.
And she's just the best. She was my favorite part, I think, of that game.
Cool.
That's awesome.
Awesome. Very cool. All right, Logan. Character.
Yeah. So my favorite new character this year was Jeff the Land Shark from Marvel Rivals. Technically not like a brand new character because he did exist in the comics, but first time appearing in a video game. And man, the design just makes me smile every time I look at this character. Like the animations with the little tail wag, like shark acting like a dog with legs. Like I can't get over it. And it just kind of makes everybody in the party laugh as soon as somebody picks Jeff the Land Shark. It's great.
He's great. My son got into Marvel Rivals really deep for a little while, and he actually started maining Jeff the Land Shark. And his tactic was typically go underground, grab somebody, eat them, and then just jump off the map.
Yep.
But yeah, it's great. He is great from a character design standpoint and just from a sheer goofiness between all the other characters in that game.
Oh,
Cool. Awesome. All right, moving on from characters, we're going to best moment or sequence. And like there were, again, a lot of them. And I'm going to go with a game I haven't said anything about yet, which is Eartheon. No, the opening of Eartheon, it uses, it is completely playable on a Genesis Mega Drive. But since the cartridge has so much more storage than was possible back then, it's able to pull off a pretty cool technique where the ship kind of has this cool curve type thing that it does when it's coming in. And that combined with the opening, everything, the getting in the ship and flipping the switches and all the anime stuff that happens, and the Yuzo Koshiro soundtrack and everything else that's going on, that intro got me really pumped. And it's like, oh my gosh, like this is a new top tier Sega Genesis game. So yeah, that's mine.
Awesome.
Jack, what's yours?
So mine, I talked about it before as well. It's the final boss battle of Split Fiction. Like I said, the game constantly ramps up and just kind of keeps layering on new gameplay mechanics as you go through the game. And eventually that culminates in the final boss battle, which I won't spoil, but it does some amazing things. Like, my son and I played couch co-op, so I don't know what the experience would be like if you're playing somebody online co-op in the game. But on a couch co-op setting, it was really cool to see. Most of the game takes place in a split screen fashion, and the designers really do some very cool and original stuff with the game, and kind of play with that concept a little bit, and it results in one of the most unique sequences I've ever had. It's not quite up there with the brothers final sequence, but it's very reminiscent of something like that, just in terms of how it makes you rethink what you're doing, especially while you're both playing the game. And it took my son and I a few tries to get through the whole thing, because it's a boss fight. It's pretty difficult. But man, it was so cool, and I did not mind playing through it a few times. It was just as cool. Like, I had a big old grin on my face the entire time I was playing that sequence. So it's worth the price of entry. Go check it out.
Cool. Awesome. I think I'm going to have to. And Jess, what is your pick?
For me, it's the Gomage. It's the opening of Expedition 33. I don't think I've ever reached the end of a opening sequence of a game so locked in and so curious as to where things are going, but not confused.
Yeah.
It did such a good job of creating this very unique and very specific world that we really don't have any past references for. And you understand what's happening, you understand the stakes, you understand the emotional impact, you understand what the task in front of you is. And you have all these questions about the details, but none of the questions that popped in my mind were wait, what's going on? Which, as a writer, I was just really impressed. And they continue to do it throughout the entire game. But of the ability to so effectively explain such a unique context to where you completely understand it and you're completely on board in such a short amount of time.
Yeah, I agree. That I said it earlier. The intro had me locked into the game more so than I think anything. It's a fantastic late title card, but it sucks you in early and it leaves you with questions, but not about, like you said, what's the nature of the world? Why do I care? It was, all right, well, let's go do this. Let's find out why this is happening.
Awesome. I'm so excited to beat it and talk more about it. I'm stoked. All right, Logan, what was your best moment or sequence?
Yeah, so for me, it would have to be the opening of Jedi Fallen Order. That did a lot for setting me up to be immersed in the world of that game, and immediately set a precedent. Like, you're walking through the height variation in that environment is stunning, with going through these massive Star Destroyers, and you're looking out over the ship graveyard and seeing other Star Destroyers being flown in and crawling through the debris and everything, and then you get into a skirmish with the Empire and end up on a speeding train, and you just get a wide variety of stuff that's all seamlessly blended into this expertly crafted level.
Yes.
It's wonderful.
It's a great opening. I was trying to think of maybe one of my favorite openings of all time, and the one that comes to mind is Final Fantasy X. I loved the opening of that game.
Yeah.
So you get sucked back to the Spira. It's a pretty strong opening.
Yeah, it is.
Cool.
Yes, it is.
All right, so things that aren't cool now. The Go Away and Never Come Back award. The trends in video games that need to stop now. All right, so mine is games that are meant to keep your attention forever rather than well-designed start-to-finish experiences. I've kind of figured out that the games that I like are, even if they're multiplayer games, but they're designed to have an experience that you go through. And not, I guess, some people I know like the randomly generated things like that, and that's fine. But for me, the games that really grab me are the experiences that are crafted that you're perceiving it as the creator intended from start to finish, and not things that are trying to mine your attention forever and ever.
I gotcha. I can see that. Yeah, it was interesting. I think what was it? Matt Piscatella, one of the guys, he runs Circana, formerly NPD. He had some like engagement stats from the PS5 and the Xbox. If you want to get really depressed, so the top 5 games, like from a playtime perspective, on the PS5 and the Xbox, were for 2024. Maybe not necessarily in this order, but it was Grand Theft Auto 5, Fortnite, Minecraft, Roblox, and Call of Duty on both platforms.
And
Guess what they
the
were
same?
for 2025?
Yeah, it's the same as last year too, right?
Yeah, same 5 games, a little bit different order, but yeah, it's like there. I mean, there are forever games, and look, I'm not gonna knock any of these because some people like those games. Some people like Call of Duty, playing those multiplayer games. Some people like Minecraft. Fortnite is great at points.
Some people like Fortnite Simpsons.
There are a lot of games like that that do some really cool things, and I understand why people enjoy them. But I kind of agree with you. Like I'm much more of a curated experience. I kind of want to see something that, you know, somebody took the time. And I, again, not knocking any of those things where it's like open world kind of stuff, or you know, you do whatever. It's emergent gameplay. I do like structured stories, gameplay, that kind of thing. Nothing wrong with the other ones, though.
Yep. Although we want it to go away, apparently. Or I do. No, I'm right with you with that. All right, yeah. Jack, we definitely want this to go away. What's yours?
Yeah, so mine is a little more. I definitely, this one is a little, from my experience or my thinking, it just needs to go away. Gen AI, using Gen AI to make video games, and I mean any part, whether it's voice acting, whether it's textures, whether it's running through QA with Gen AI, it just needs to go away. One of the things that I think, like, I do think there are some use cases for Gen AI. They're very, not, I wouldn't say narrow, but they need to be very focused. But I think the problem when you're talking about a creative medium like video games, you want to do something new, you want to do something innovative. And if you're using Gen AI, you're using whatever data that was trained on to make something that is similar to something else that has already been made. So why do I want to play a retread? Why do I want to look at something that looks like somebody else's concept or another game? When I play video games, I want to experience something new. I want to see a new thing I haven't seen before. I want to experience a new story. I want to hear music I've never heard before that fits with what's going on. So as much as Microsoft, Meta, whomever, OpenAI, whomever wants to have AI be part of the video game process, I just don't think it's anything that can be taken seriously because of how much innovation and uniqueness is inherent to video game playing. So it needs to go and die a fiery death. And hey, maybe it'll, kill half the stock market in the process, but it needs to go.
I'm fine with that. Both things.
We've only just begun, though, Jack. Only
just begun to die. Yeah, I'm right with you with that. I think creativity in general is the fuel for all of our artistic mediums. Video games being an artistic medium. The taking of the destruction of human creativity by having a machine take the wealth of human creativity in the world and spit it out as the ultimate mediocrity medium that Gen AI does is not good for any of us, and it's not going to create the content we want. It sucks. Sorry, that's it.
Yeah. No, for sure. I mean, it sucks. It's like, any company that engages in it, just leave behind, right? Yep. Because one, they're, just trying it at all costs to get rid of their staff, get rid of people, and just go through a machine. But also, that kind of just shows their philosophy, what they believe games are. Right? They're just derivative slop to them. They're not works of art or creativity or anything. It's just content for you to run through.
Which is how we got the video game crash. So
yeah,
maybe we'll get to experience another one of those.
I don't need those products, right? Someone else is going to make something cool. I will support that.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes. Jess, what is yours?
Yeah, so mine is overworking employees to reach unrealistic deadlines that are only going to result in the game being released buggy as hell anyway, just so the companies can make me.
Crunch.
We need to treat people that work on video games better. They need to treat their employees better. And I think most people are in agreement that as disappointing and frustrating as pushing a game release back can be, we would all prefer to actually get a finished game that the developers didn't have to sacrifice 5 years of their life to put together and are going to have to patch multiple times over stupid stuff that could have been caught if you just given them the time to do what needed to be done in the first place. So that's my go away and never come back.
Here.
Yeah.
I'm definitely and I completely agree with that. And as Miyamoto always said, a good game is released eventually. A bad game is bad forever. That's paraphrased, but
Yep.
a good game is eventually. A game is eventually good, but a bad game is bad forever. All right, Logan, what is yours?
Yeah, so mine is the concept, the trend of laying off whole dev teams after they're done with the game and just wiping all of the employees from the company, so that they can't reap the benefit of the game being complete. It's just kind of scummy to me, and it's also recently been happening in animation as well too. You're just kind of along the lines that Jess said, abusing the employees' work ethic and passion for their career, and then dumping them off after their hard work has been completed. And with the current state of the industry now, with AI taking over jobs at the entry level, and it's harder for people to get new jobs in creative fields for that reason, like it's getting bad out there for the employees that got laid off.
Yeah, it's. I heard a theoretical today on another podcast. You get $500 million and you can make one game. He's like, nah, screw that. Take the $500 million, invest in like 4 smaller dev teams and make really good games. And don't put all your eggs in one basket. I think that's part of the problem too, is making bigger and bigger bets on bigger and bigger games where you have one mistake, you have one flop, and all of a sudden you got 300 people out of a job.
Yeah. Well, then you also have the corporate desire to make it appeal to everybody to get your money back. And then when you appeal to everybody, you appeal to nobody.
Yeah.
So awesome. All terrible things.
I would actually like to point out that it's just that none of these are unique to video games. You guys just named off like all the problems with corporate America right now. So if I were to add one on the list, I would say the corporatization of the video game industry needs to go away, because it is all of these things.
Yes.
Right?
I agree. Very, very good observation. All right. The games from 2025 that we want to play in 2026, I've already said it 3,000 to 5,000 times tonight, but Expedition 33, I'm super stoked to play through it and then discuss it with the folks here once I've gotten through it, and probably with what I've heard and seen of it so far, going to be on my list next year. So
yeah, likewise. But that's not my game. My game for 2026 that I want to play is Dispatch. Between hearing Jess talk about it and some of the other stuff I've seen and read from other sources, I think Dispatch is right up my alley, especially as an old Telltale fan. But just haven't had the time to play yet. I got to finish up a few other games first, but it is on the list.
Cool. And Jess, what's your game?
Mine is The Drifter, which is a like 2D pixel art point and click adventure that I've heard really good things about, like the narrative design of. So I have bought it. It's in my library. I just haven't gotten around to it yet, but I'm very excited for it.
Very cool.
Awesome. And Logan, what are you going to play in 2025?
I also want to try Expedition 33. Jess has really sold me on that story. And
Success.
yeah, I wanted to get more narrative gameplay in 2025 as well.
Seems like
So
an
that should be a
excellent
good
place
fit.
to start.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Maul, any games you want to play in 2025?
Actually, yeah, I am going to pick up once I find it at a reasonable price. Will it ever be on sale? I don't know. But the Dragon Quest 1 and 2 remaster.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, hey, that reminds
good
me.
pick. That's a good pick.
The Dragon Quest 7 remake has a demo that's out now.
Oh, nice.
Ooh.
Yeah, those are always huge games. Actually, I was looking into. I'd seen it at the store. My curiosity was already piqued. But I had just picked up the Final Fantasy Pixel Collection as well, and I was looking forward to cracking it. And was kind of looking up some side-by-side comparisons between the original and the Pixel Collection, and happened across a video then doing the same thing with Dragon Quest. And holy shit, that is a night and day. Like compared to the little blocky red fat king in his room of bricks that I talked to so many times back in the day. Back when my character, who was immortalized under the name My Balls, saved the princess and all that. Yep. Oh man, hey, I was in God, what grade was I in? I was like in second grade, something like that. It was a good time.
I love the first Dragon Warrior or Dragon Quest. I played that. I didn't play the other early ones until like 7, I think.
Yeah,
I went
same.
from 1 to 7.
I went from 1 to  8. 8 was the next one that I played.
Big jump for both of us.
I feel like I played the first 3, maybe 4, pretty much all the NES ones, and then not again until 7. And I think the middle ones are pretty tough or non-existent for us at all in the US at the time. As I remember.
5 and 6 never came out over here.
Yeah. So
Those games are really about like finding your way. I mean, do you remember that? Like finding your way from here to there. And the remakes, I think, have like it basically tells you where to go. For me, that would really ruin those games because that's like the stories in those are pretty simple, right? So it's not really about the story. It's more about like the finding your way and the level.
I feel like as long as like the vocal cues from the villagers are set up well enough that you kind of can pick together like what it means. Because the original game was too cryptic at first. And I remember that's what turning out. It was the first real RPG that I picked up as a kid, JRPG, and I didn't know what the hell I was doing or where I was going. And then I sold it to a neighbor kid, and then got it when Nintendo Power put out their you buy a subscription, get a free copy and the player's guide.
Yeah.
And then with that in hand, fell in love. That just sold me on the format forever.
Like,
so
this is what's going on.
Yeah. Oh, the Rainbow Bridge. Oh, now
selecting stairs to go down the stairs. That was a funny design choice. Instead of just touching the stairs, you have to go to the stairs and then select stairs. Not peak design for that particular.
Watching like the early kind of side by side playthrough and seeing the player like have to select search over the treasure chest to open it up and then select take. And then walk over and select use to open the first. It's like, good God, this is what we did.
And we loved it.
The movie looks amazing. So
we loved it. Yeah, that was my first JRPG, the first Dragon Warrior or Dragon Quest.
Yeah.
So
you can call him Dragon Warrior Break. It's fine. We're in America.
It like hurts my brain because I keep seeing Dragon Quest now, but it was always Dragon Warrior before. That was a great cover art too for that first one.
That's what got me to buy it without having rented it sight unseen, and then regretting that decision for a while.
Should not have done that, but then should.
I was like between this and Ninja Gaiden, I can afford one. And I was like, look at the cover on this one. It's amazing.
Yeah.
Dragon. I mean, they're both great games. Ninja Gaiden is an immediate hit you in the face. Amazing game. Have you played the Deadpool pool hack for that? By the way,
I have not.
You would like it. I think.
Yeah, all right.
It's a really good ROM hack. It's basically a whole new game. It's Ninja Gaiden base, the NES, and then you have all Deadpool's weapons and stuff, and it's all new cutscenes and everything.
Oh, nice.
Oh, wow.
Okay. Yeah, we'll try to find that.
The better. I don't know why that hit my head, but it did. All right. We're getting down to the last couple categories here. So my category was favorite game show moments of 2025. So I couldn't pick a singular guest because I basically got to have all my favorite YouTube people on the show in 2025 and then other friends too. So that was just so much fun to have all those folks on, the game show after resuming it for 10 years. And then originally, and I think my actual favorite one though, was that very first show, just starting it up and saying the hey what's up for the first time for a very long time and then turning and saying how's it going Jack for the first time since forever ago. That blast of nostalgia and also just sliding right back into it was peak. It was awesome. I loved it.
It was pretty great. It took us a little while to get everything going again, but I think we've hit our stride.
I think we've hit the stride. I think we were pretty good at first. I agree we've gotten better.
Yeah.
But it was fun. All right, Jack, what was yours?
So mine was actually the episode where we had Shmup Junkie on. I thought I knew a lot about shmups and shoot 'em ups in general, but man, he got me going down a rabbit hole after we were done just with some of the things that he talked about on the show. Just some of the different games that I had never even really had on my radar. I actually really went back and dug deep into Toaplan's back catalog. And man, they made some fantastic games. And I had only played really Sky Shark and Twin Eagle and Tiger Heli. And I was just man, this Truxton thing's kind of good. So,
yeah. His video on Toaplan's really good too.
Yeah, no, I kudos to him because he really expanded my knowledge on the genre and really made my appreciation for some of those games even deeper.
Awesome. That was one of our most watched shows too. I think it's top 3.
Awesome.
3 or 4.
I believe it.
So, great pick. Jess, what was yours?
I had a lot of them. But I am very much a Halloween spooky horror person, if you couldn't tell. So I loved all of the shows that we did during October, but especially having Ivy on there at the end and to talk to someone that's actually a spiritual psychic medium, just felt like the perfect Halloween episode that we could have possibly done. I thought that was really cool and really fun.
Glad you
really
enjoyed
episode.
it. Yeah, it was. That's the thing. It was so much fun to have her on, and she was so enthusiastic about coming and. Yeah, that was
she's
really,
so
really
wonderful.
Cool.
She's such a great person, and she's so fun to talk to.
Yeah,
Yeah,
one of my greatest friends. She's so much fun. And Logan.
Yeah. So my favorite moment was A Plus Vox, I'd have to say. Especially when he started getting into talking about the glitch art he was doing with all of his analog technology and how much he knows in that arena.
Mm-hmm.
I loved working with analog and retro technology, and that really inspired me. I want to try experimenting with it some more in my own work, VFX and film that I do. There's so cool how much potential there is playing with analog.
Yes. Awesome. Yeah. I'm glad you like that one. And I talked to Aiden. Apparently, you might be interested in doing some retro-y stuff. Yeah. I'm excited for that.
I've got a couple of tape camcorders just sitting here that I've been wanting to use. Of course, he mentioned that that L might know some even better methods for capturing retro video. So I'm excited to talk with L.
Yes, that'll be fun. Maul, did you have a favorite moment?
I think it would probably be having discovered just through conversation that Sarumaru lives just down the road from me. and us like talking about
That was
like
really
local
crazy.
restaurants. Yeah, and he designed the logo for the game store that's like down the way, which well, they need to replace that if Starmar happens to listen to this, because a lot of places, even with all the years they've been here, don't realize how hot the sun gets in Las Vegas, and so now that logo, that creature, the alligator, has turned black.
Oh no!
As the sun just kind of shrivels it up, and you'll go by stores in town, and like their little mascots will be on the side of the building, and they've all turned black, and they look like just like came out of the other side of an atomic bombing, and are just like their husks are imprinted on the wall. So
Desert.
Man,
Awesome.
but still, a good time. I still need to get some sushi with that guy one of these days.
Yes. And when I ever come out and visit, we should all go get some. We talked for
Absolutely.
like an hour about food after the show. Like we were going to eat when we went there. It's all these restaurants that you guys want to go to.
Yeah, well, come on up, Rick. I got a couch for you.
I need to. I want to. I didn't. Last time I came, I was on a work thing, so we only got to hang out for a little bit, but I'd like to just come out for fun.
Yep, but we did get to go have In-N-Out, and have to watch you get mustard all over your face. It was a good time.
It's always good when I get messy. But yeah, no, this was the whole 2025 was so much fun, and I'm so again thankful for all you guys for coming on this journey and doing this. It's every single time is so much fun, and I love having you all on for sure. So, all right, Jess's category was games that you thought you'd hate but loved, or vice versa. So my first one, I have to say, like, I didn't think I was gonna like hate it, but I'm not a puzzle game person. I've never been super. There's a couple here and there, like Luminesce, that I really like, but for the most part, it's not my favorite genre. But I wanted to try Sketchy Cevicci's game out, and it looked really cool. I like the art style, but I had no idea it was a puzzle game until I played it. But I ended up loving it. Like, I played it for a long time and have gone back to it. It's very like comfy and just like relax and play through it. And like, I had no idea what I was doing at the beginning, but you just kind of figure it out. And it like the food looks good, so on it. But yeah, that's mine, just because of the genre. But I ended up really loving it. So I should say the name, Pancito Marge.
yeah, I need to play some more of it. But yeah, it looks like a really cool puzzle game. The demo's out, and yeah, it's not terribly expensive, so you should check it out
For sure. And Jack.
Yeah, so I took the opposite tack. My game that I thought I would love, based on all the pre-release hype, not necessarily hype, but all the pre-release, previews, trailers, everything like that, was Shadow Labyrinth from Namco. I mean, it's a Metroidvania where they're calling back Pac-Man and Galaga and every other Namco franchise you can think of. That sounds like it's right up my alley. However, in practice, the game is just a bland, I won't say it's garbage. That's way too harsh, but it's just bland. Like, there's no personality to it. It's acting like it's trying to be an anime. Like, there's an anime story to it, but there's really not. I played it for like 10 hours, and I never even got to like where I would see like a Puka or a Figar, and I was really kind of disappointed. Like, the game is just like, if you wanted me to summarize a mediocre game, like, it is Shadow Labyrinth. Any screenshot of Shadow Labyrinth, it's just gray, it's bland, it's just not great. I thought I was gonna really love it. I thought it was gonna be great, and I haven't picked it up since I put it down. It's not great, and I'm very disappointed. I thought it was gonna be kind of cool.
That sucks. That's a really crappy feeling, to be excited for something that lets you down.
I will say I enjoy that the conversation it has sparked, though. Like, that's an all video game conversation. Like, guys, I played it for hours, and not once did I see a Puka or a Figar.
Right?
That was my
what?
favorite part of that.
Well, like,
Dude.
I mean, they showed it in the trailers and like, hey, you know those Dig Dug characters you love? They're here, but they're like, I would guess in the back half of the game, if that.
Go through all the gray first. Swim through the ocean of gray.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like playing one of those movies that like The Asylum does, and Morgan Freeman's in it for like 5 minutes at the end. That they put him right on the cover.
Yeah.
Buy it. It's gonna be a classy film.
Oh, they got the money. All right, Jess, what's yours?
I talked a little bit about mine already at the start of the show, but mine is Date Everything. I really was kind of browbeaten into buying it by social media. And as I was hovering over the like click buy, I'm like, am I actually about to spend real actual money on this thing right now? And I'm really glad I did. From a writing perspective, I have so much respect for how they were able to have over 100 characters and all of them feel unique and specific to themselves. Like none of them feel like a repeat of another one, which is really impressive. The dialogue is really witty. It's really funny. You have the opportunity to date or become mortal enemies with all of your furniture, which is such a ridiculous concept, and it works so well. The voice actors killed it. I really don't have anything but good things to say about the game, which I was not expecting going into it.
Cool.
Yeah, it's one of those games I do want to play at some point. Just the concept of it alone is just ridiculous enough that I'm like, okay, yeah, I should check this out. They're doing some crazy stuff.
Yeah, it's worth it, I would say. Even if you're not typically into the whole like dating sims things, like I don't typically play those necessarily, but this one you could tell that they had like actual writers like working hard on this, and they worked very specifically on each individual character in a way that like really truly does shine through.
That's awesome.
Any genre can be done well and can be worth it.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, Maul, I remember we had a very lengthy discussion about that at GameCo, that everyone was a gamer, they just hadn't hit their genre yet.
Yeah,
To that.
True.
Yeah.
I think the world was like proved us right following that in the wake of like mobile gaming, picking up so much, because like in the following years, who didn't put something on their phone or play through like Candy Crush or Farmville or something like that,
Yeah.
Vampire Survivor.
Yeah.
All right, Logan, what's yours?
Yeah, so this is a case of thinking I'd like it more than I did. My pick is Lethal Company, which fits into that category of like multiplayer horror games. And that's one where I came out feeling like it was very underwhelming compared to what people described the experience would be like. And it was kind of the second wind for the genre. Like Phasmophobia started it, and then Lethal Company accelerated it in terms of the popularity of those games. But it just really didn't hit me. Like the monsters weren't terribly interesting to encounter in the world, and oftentimes I wouldn't see any monsters, which kind of defeated the horror aspect of it. And the gameplay loop wasn't that interesting. Just like a lot of the core of those games is a fairly simple loop, but they have some kind of additional element to it that elevated it for me. And this one, it's basically just going around and collecting things, and there's nothing additional on top of it that really hooked me. So it was kind of disappointing.
I can see that.
Yeah.
Did you have a game that you thought you'd hate or love, Maul?
No, I can't say that I did, honestly, because I go in with such a blank slate to everything, and I don't feel.
Yeah.
I don't feel like I hated anything that I played this year. There was some that I had some trepidation about, like when I bought Donkey Kong for the Switch 2, and like I honestly bought it because it was like the only thing that came out to buy, and I didn't know that I would
I think
really
a lot of
get
people did
into
that.
it. Yeah. And I will say it wasn't like, it didn't blow me away. I didn't hate it. It just kind of like, it hit the mark pretty well right in there, I think there's a lot of fun stuff about it. I sometimes get tired of exactly how many rocks I have to smash
That's my whole
to find
Yeah.
this stuff.
Yeah. I say too much freedom, but that's really it. There's too many rocks that I can smash.
Yeah. I'm digging around for 30 minutes trying to find the next nanner. You know, it's just
Yeah. Or the next fossil or whatever it may be.
or
Yeah.
whatever million collectibles they have in that game. Yeah. So, but yeah, I don't know. I didn't really like hate anything I played this year. So you know, it's fine.
Gotcha. Well, I understand you did come up with a category.
I did, yeah. So this isn't based on necessarily games coming out in the next year, but by a game-inspired thing coming out for sure. So we all have seen by this point, I think, the trailer for the Street Fighter movie that's coming out, which has some of the most just insane casting I've ever seen. Some of them look dead on like the characters, and some of them hardly at all. But we know everybody. They all pull them from somewhere in the universe. They're all like, you know, A- or B level celebrities in their respective roles. So I wanted to hear like everyone's pick for stunt casting video game character if they made a movie for it in the year. Rack your brains. I'll throw an example out there for you to start us off. What I would want would be, because I've been on a kick with her lately, would be like a Charlize Theron as Samus Aran.
That's
But
a good one.
what I think we would actually get would be Sydney Sweeney as Samus Aran.
No,
Yeah.
No.
Right now, yeah, it's probably what we would get.
no.
Yeah, and you know, nothing against her at all. Like I actually like Sydney Sweeney. I do not think she'd be Samus, but
No, it just wouldn't.
she would definitely get the role.
I would be so. I wouldn't wear this shirt for a while.
I don't know. She was fine in.
She's not Samus.
What did I watch? What did
not.
I watch? The movie where
I would not
she's a
believe
nun.
her.
What was that movie?
She's not my
It's
favorite.
a nun?
Yeah, it came out at the same time as the first Omen, and they're like the exact same movie.
Oh, it was like Immaculate or something.
Immaculate,
I think it
yes,
was
thank
called,
you.
yeah.
That was it. Yep. They both. I went and saw them both in the same week while I was on a training expedition for work in California, and just killing time with the movies while I was isolated out there. And they both open with a young nun landing in the Vatican airport and being greeted by a priest that they've never met before, and like walking through. And I'm like, this is the same movie. I just saw this thing twice. They both get like grabbed by like conspiracies to be impregnated by the church and have demon baby. Like it's the same movie. It's like Dante's Peak and Volcano all over again, you know. But anyway, she's not terrible, but but she'd be a very short Samus, though.
All right, who wants to go first?
I'll go because
I thought you were ready.
Mine's kind of a cheat, but I'll still go anyway. So, a Metal Gear Solid movie, Luca Marinelli. So I don't know if you guys. Again, I've been playing Death Stranding 2. Luca Marinelli is one of the characters in the game. I won't give too much away, but he is a dead ringer for Solid Snake. I'm pretty sure that's the only reason that Hideo Kojima cast him in this game, is because he looks exactly like what you would think a real life Solid Snake would look like. So that's where I'm going. He would be Solid Snake, and you'd probably have Troy Baker as Liquid, and I think that would be amazing. Sorry. So again, I'm cheating a little bit, but yeah, let's go with that.
I need more time.
I could go.
Go.
All right,
Go, do it.
Jess, what do you got?
So this is a little bit difficult because a lot of the games I love have like voice actors and everything that I'm like, I can't imagine anybody else being you. But the one that did pop in my mind, and it's a little bit of a cop out, and I don't know if I'd actually want to see it, and I'd probably come up with something way better with more time. But I was thinking about Cabernet, the game that I mentioned as my number 3 pick, and Nina Dobrev came to mind from the Vampire Diaries, because she already played kind of a version of an Eastern European vampire, not during the same time period, but like in the like distant past type of thing. And I'm like, ooh, I think she could pull that off, and it would be kind of cool. And I just really love her, and I would love to see her in more things. And I would love to see her be a vampire again. So I'm going to go with that because it's like the only thing that's popping into my mind at the moment.
I can go.
Excellent.
This is another one. I also am not sure if I'd actually want to see this movie, but I think I'd go Nick Cage in a Phasmophobia movie.
Yeah,
he would do it. You pay him enough, he'll do it.
Yeah,
Nick Cage in
I'm on board.
anything.
Nick Cage works in
like
any movie in one way or another.
Yeah,
So.
I think he's got like the right blend of action and comedy to where he could play like, a reckless ghost hunter pretty well. That would fit the Phasmophobia nicely.
Well, and the best part is that it wouldn't even have to be good for it to be good.
Right.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Like as long as it's Nick
Safe bet.
Cage,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he
like
matches,
it's kind of great no matter what.
Right. And he matches the visual description of one of the avatars already like perfectly. So
Oh, he does, doesn't he?
yeah, he does.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Oh man. Can I give an honorable mention? And again, this is kind of a cop out, but Charlie Cox is Gustav from Expedition 33.
Oh yeah. I saw there was an interview, and Glenn Powell said he wanted to do it. And I was like,
I'd be okay with that, but it's Charlie Cox. I'm sorry.
it's Charlie Cox. It can't be. It can't be anybody else.
Man, this is hard. I'm gonna have to go back in time because just because there's no current actors that I would love that are like really big at the moment that I would love in any of these video game movies. The thing I liked about the Street Fighter trailer was you can tell, and obviously like some of the casting, but they're really trying to make it like the video game. Like there was that period in the 90s, kind of before the Marvel movies where they were like really changing the properties where the things didn't even really look like the original property, and it was just kind of like a loose based on whatever. I like that Mortal Kombat, I guess, kind of did the real thing back in the day, but Street Fighter, there's no question what that is. Like it is Street Fighter 2. But I always thought when her age was to what it would be with the game, I always thought Kate Hudson would be a good Princess Zelda.
Yeah, I can see that.
She has the kind of personality of, I've always seen Zelda as kind of like strong and like not although Nintendo really simplifies it in a lot of the stuff, but not as someone that's just going along with everything, and she's like this ancient power and everything. And Kate Hudson has a good sense of humor and kind of has the look a little bit.
Just want to see Kate Hudson dressed up as Sheik doing some flips.
She would kick butt too. She would kick the crap when she was like in action mode. I think she would be action packed. I think it would work. Back in time.
Well, if we go back in time, let's see.
Or what? It could still be a Zelda where they're like time travel, or Zelda's older, or there's ways we could do it. But that's the best I can come up with. When I think of games, like it's hard to put like an actor that would really nail it in a lot of the different things. Like I was thinking Final Fantasy VII, and I used to have some back in the day, but I just Yeah,
I'd be interested to see who you'd get cast into those. I'd say like Lee Pace as Sephiroth would be a cool.
That'd be a good one.
Cool
Nick Cage.
That's Cloud.
Nick Cage is every single character.
Nick Cage is Wedge.
That'd be great.
But Willem Dafoe is Red 7.
Yeah. Yes.
I think that's where we end for the evening. We can't top that. All right, Jack, what are you going to be doing this week?
Oh man, this week I'm going to be playing more Death Stranding 2, but also going to be excited. I'm really excited for this weekend. My daughter's got her first real volleyball tournament for the year, so
nice.
Very excited to watch her play. I think her team's going to be really good, and I'm excited to see her get to start on a team this year. So very, very excited to watch her play.
Awesome, that'll be great. And Jess.
Well, my final semester of grad school starts up next week.
Easy.
So I'm going to be,
kidding.
super easy. No, not stressed at all about it. So I'm going to be doing a lot of sleeping this weekend and a lot of coming up with pitches for day one of classes, I think.
Always stressful, those pitches. I had a classmate that like I thought was going to have a heart attack. It was our first day. They brought in 2 movie execs from one of the studios, and like they didn't say anything. They're just like, you need to come back at this time with the pitch, and we each all had a time. And it was literally our first day there at film school, and he was like pacing the hallway, terrified. It was
well, it's nothing that crazy.
Good. As far as
it's
you
just
know,
like a
so
couple
far.
minute pitches. I don't think the writing department does that to us.
Oh, good.
So often.
Mean things. They don't do mean things.
they tend to try to calm us down in general.
Oh,
which I'm
we
very
talked
grateful
about
for.
that. Yeah,
So,
no, not the production
Yeah.
side. They want us as anxious as we can be.
Yeah. Oof.
All right, Logan, what are you gonna be doing this week?
Yeah, I'm pretty excited because Hightail is finally going to be releasing, which is it's got an interesting story. That is a block game heavily inspired by Minecraft, created by a dev team that hosts one of the most popular Minecraft servers. And the project was announced like 8 years ago and then sold to Riot Games, and then Riot shelved the project last year, and then the original founder of the game bought it back and got a dev team back working on it, and so it's indie again. And they are about to release like an old engine that was mostly done, and are now like doing a early access model instead of like a full release model, because I just want like the community to get out there and play with it, because it is a sandbox game. So it's had a wild story, and it's finally releasing in early access. So I'm excited.
That is a roller coaster of a development cycle.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm amazed that it's actually made it.
And Maul, how about you?
Mostly doing progress reports for work, unfortunately. But if I get any time for anything fun, I don't know. I'll probably start my watch of the the award season films over the weekend, because I've mostly been as a lot of this year has been rewatching Stranger Things and head to the finale and playing D&D myself. So I need to get caught up on some other media.
Awesome.
Nice.
Well, I'm gonna be working on a video, kind of my first feature video that's not part of the show for the BreakmanX YouTube channel. It's gonna be Breaks Picks. We're gonna start with Mega Man 8. So I've already started editing. I've got the stuff shot. I've got the video captured. So looking forward to that and all the really cool stuff we're going to do this year on the game show.